The process used for selecting the new directors for the Cycling Australia board was quite complex. The Australian Sports Commission appointed three really well-credentialed, experienced sports administrators in Don Argus, Peter Bartels and Rod Kemp, and I was fortunate to be asked to be on that selection panel as well. The Australian Sports Commission provided a lot of support in what was needed. They have a lot of background material about what's the criteria that you need for a quality sport board. But of course, Cycling Australia was facing some particular challenges at the time. So the work that was done in the first place to establish what was needed, what criteria, the sort of qualifications, competencies that were required was very deep. So we did a lot of work on that before we did anything else. Once that was established, we put some weighting on that, and that was a really interesting discussion as what is the most important criteria and how do we get the right mix of people. So once that happened, advertisements and an overwhelming response from candidates, high quality candidates. In actual fact, that was probably the most overwhelming aspect of the whole process, was making sure that we respected every single application and read through that and discussed it. We independently shortlisted and down to a smaller number. It was still quite large, but making sure there was integrity and it was really a robust process. We checked that with a recruitment agency. Have we missed anyone? Does the list look right? Check through the other candidates and see if there's anyone you would add. And they did add a couple of candidates to that list. Once we'd done that, we actually had quite a long meeting discussing how we would shortlist. Did that, and then interviews. And really that stage it was about selecting the right people as a group. So who was going to complement each other, who could be the chair, and they picked Malcolm Speed, a very experienced sports administrator, to take the lead on that, and then quality people around. It was actually the day I remember was sitting in the boardroom with those candidates and saying to them, you know, out of hundreds of people, you were the right mix, and so it was wonderful. From a female perspective, and I wasn't there waving the pink flag, but I certainly made sure that I told all of the candidates and the two female directors that were sitting at the table that they weren't there because of quotas or because we had to have women on the board. They were there because they were the best candidates, and it seems like that's it's coming together very well, and that's what I hear. So I'm hoping that it's a very successful strategy for them.